Hello guys there at home, welcome to this wonderful platform. I am your tutor, you know me, JF Chavangwan, who's here to help you with anything that has to do with maths and maths literacy. So today we do the numbers and we continue from the previous video of mathematical literacy. If you haven't received any opportunity to watch the previous video, make sure you go back and watch the previous video, because without that previous video, this video won't make any sense to you. So now we continue with the video where in the previous video we calculated only the first question, where we were asked to calculate the cost of water. Now we move forward to the next question. We continue with this question. If we have time, we'll be able to do some more other questions and examples. So to make sure you are safe at home, make sure if this content is not relevant to you, make sure you keep on sharing with those ones who are in need of it. Make sure you always share the content to make sure we mitigate or minimize the effect of coronavirus. Okay, so now we look at our first question. We get straight to the point. We don't have any time to waste, right? Remember, the first question we were asked to calculate the cost, and then we calculated that cost, and then we got correct there. If you don't know what is going on here, please watch part 1 of this video, because this is the second part, which is a continuation from the previous video. So now the next question that we move here is saying, okay, now we calculated our cost. Now the next question is asking us, calculate what Gilbert will pay on average per kiloliters of water. Now to do this, you take your cost and divide with your amount of water. So he will pay amount, and now it seems like we are getting sabotaged. Amount to pay on average is equal to, you take your cost is what? 786.96. Something is okay, 96 there, and then divide by your amount of water is 49 kiloliter. That is it. Make sure now we press the calculator, and I always emphasize this case, your calculator must be your best friend. Yeah, your calculator must be your best friend, because if you are not used to your calculator, you'll have some problems. Always you are inviting unnecessary troubles. So now we calculate on what he will pay on average per kiloliter. So now we have 96, and then divide by the amount of water you were given there as 49 kiloliter. 49 kiloliter. So what you have 16.06. So that means he will pay 16 rand point 006 per kiloliter. Now make sure you read the question. The question was saying on average per kiloliter. So that means your answer must have per kiloliter somewhere. So if your answer is not having per kiloliter, then that means you have some problems. And what he will pay 16 rand per kiloliter. You don't write your answer in 16 rand and leave it there, because they said on average per kiloliter. So that is it for that question. Now we go to the next exciting question, which most of you, I know you like to skip this question from my experience. Now let's see. What is the question? Now this question is to it's only there for you to work backwards. Let's start and open some space. Okay, so now you know how to calculate the cost. Now the cost is given. If you are given the cost, now you have to work backwards to calculate the amount of water. That is what we are doing in the last question, right? So, but I want us, before we do that question, let us do an example. Let's say now you want to calculate the cost of using 10 kiloliters, of using 8 kiloliters of water. So now if you calculate the cost of using 8 kiloliters of water, what is the cost? Your cost will be equal to used multiplied by your tariff. Now what is the used here? It is our 8 kiloliter times, what is the tariff? This thing will be charged according to the first tariff, because 8 kiloliter is falling within the maximum of the first kiloliter. 8 is less than 9, so it will be charged all of it according to the first tariff, which is 9 rand 50 cents. So we use our calculator there. and calculate the cost of using 8. So you have 8 times 9.5. So what is the cost there? The cost is 76 rand. 9 rand per, this is per kiloliter. Then you have the cost as 76 rand. So if you use 9 kiloliters of water, you will pay 76 rand. If you use 8 kiloliters of water, you pay 76 rand. Now, let's say we rephrase the question now to say, now they give you in an exam, they say, calculate the amount of water used if now the monthly cost of this guy is 76 rand. Now you are given monthly cost of 76 rand. Calculate water used. So now they can give you the cost and say calculate the amount of water that you have used. What do? You know the cost is equals to tariff. Sorry, cost. I like to use my ways, which I'm saying used times tariff. Our used is the amount of water that he used times the tariff of that. Okay. So now they have given you 76 rand. They want you to calculate and work backwards to find how much amount of water that is used here if the monthly cost is 76 rand. So now to do this question, you need to have a picture of the tariff that it will take to calculate that one, right? So now to do this, you start to say, if we use 9 kiloliter of water. Now, to check, you have to check if we use the maximum kiloliters of water in the first range, the maximum that can be accounted in the first range, what will be the cost? If the cost that is there is less than the one that you are given, then in that case, that means you use the first tariff. If now the answer is more than the answer that you get when you use the maximum, all of the water that you use in the first range is it's less than the cost that is given, then that means the tariff, the cost, only the first section of water will be accounted, and then you move on and add the next one. So now let's see, if we use 9 kiloliters of water, what will be the cost? The cost will be 9 used times tariff. So we use 9 kiloliter. The tariff there is 9 rand 50 per kiloliter. So what is the cost you get? Let's use our calculator there. Our calculator, now we use a 9. So if we use 9 kiloliters of water, that means we will pay 85 rand 85 rand 50. So if we use the whole 9 kiloliters of water as the maximum that can be accounted according to the first tariff, then that means you pay 85 rand. But now your question is saying, if your monthly cost is 76 rand, calculate the amount of water that you have used. So now you reason, okay, to say, now, okay, 86 rand, I will only account for 76 rand is less than the maximum that is there. So that means this volume of water is falling according to the tariff of the first one, right? So we want the water used. So what is our cost that is given? This question, we go to that question. The cost that is given there is 76 rand. Then what is the used? We don't know. Times the tariff. The tariff, we agreed that, okay, that thing will fall according to the first tariff. So it's 9 rand 50. Now you want the water that is used. So what do? You divide both sides with 9 rand 50. 9 rand 50. So this cancels that, and then you have your water used as what? You use your calculator and have 76 divide by 9 rand 50. 9 rand 50. 9 rand 50. So you get 8 kiloliters of water. So now the water that is used is 8 kiloliters. So now with water tariff, you must be able to do, when you are given the cost, you work backward to find the volume of water, and as well when you are given the volume of water to calculate the cost. That's what you have to do. Now we move on to the question that is given here, right? Now the question that is given here. So we move on. That is 2.13. 2.13. So now they are saying calculate what Gilbert will pay on average per kiloliter. So the question is saying if Mr. Gilbert monthly cost is 312 rand, 86 cents, calculate the amount of water that is used for the whole month. So now we know that the cost of Mr. Gilbert is given as what? 312 rand there. Okay, 86 cents. Now we are given the cost. We are given the cost. We have to work backwards to find the amount of water that is used there. Okay, so what do? The first step, you have to check and understand to say, okay, this volume of water is falling between which range? Is it between 0 to 9? Is it more than 9? Is it more than 25? Because we have 0 to 9, 9 to 25, 25 to 30. How do you check? You check by using the maximum value. So you see, the question was not looking for anything, but to split this thing and understand, which is the first range, you will only account for 9 kiloliters as your maximum. The second range is for 16. It's very helpful because now it makes our life easy. So we know, according to the first range, if we use the whole 9 range, so range, the first range is 0 to 9 kiloliter, right? So here we can only account for 9 kiloliters. What will be the cost if you use the whole 9 kiloliters? The cost will be 9 kiloliter times what? Times 9 rand 50. The aim is to understand 9 rand 50, sorry, that is 9 rand 50. The aim is to understand and identify, to say if you are paying 312 rand, so that means your water is between what range? That is what we have to find first. So we find by calculating the cost. So if we use 9 kiloliters, that means the first range 9 kiloliter, that can be accounted according to the first range, and then we calculated that. What was the answer there? We calculated that already. It was sorry, now you say 9 times 9 rand 50. So what is the cost there? So the cost is 85 rand 50. So here that means 85 rand 50. So now this person has paid the cost of 325 rand. So now what you have, if you use the 9 kiloliters of water, that means you pay 85 rand 50. But this person has paid more than 85 rand 50. So that means your volume of water is more than 9 kiloliters. So what do? We move on to the second range. So in the second range, what is there? You have 16 range. What is the range there? The range is 9 to 25. So in that range, what is the maximum water that you can use? It's 16, right? So we add the maximum here plus that one. Now, what is the maximum already if you calculated here? 16 plus 9, what is the answer? So that means we accounted for how many kiloliters of water? 9 plus 16. So in this case, if we use what? 9 plus 16. So here, that means if we use 25 kiloliters of water. So you have 9 kiloliters for the first range, because the first 9 will be accounted according to the first range, and the second one 16 only. Then that means you have 9 plus there. So already if we use 25, you'll have 16 in that range. So you have 16 times 11 rand 22. What is the cost there per kiloliter? Then here we have kiloliter. Then what is the cost there? So you have 16. So you get 16 times 11 rand 22. So in this case, you have 179.52. 179. Sorry, we have a challenge there. 179.52. So this is when we use the whole 16 part. What is the cost already if it's 25? If we use 25 kiloliter, what is the cost? The cost, you add 179 plus 85. So you have cost equals to 179.85 0.52 is 52 plus what? 85 rand 50. To see if we use 25, that means our cost is what? Our cost, then you say 85 plus 85.5. What is the cost? The cost in that case, it becomes 265 rand. So if you use 25 kiloliters of water, your cost becomes what? 265 rand. So it becomes 265, what? 02. So that is the cost when you use 25 kiloliters of water. So what is the answer? The answer is still less than the monthly cost. That means this guy has used more than 25 kiloliters of water, but we don't know exactly how much kiloliters of water that he has used. Okay, so now we go and continue. So already you have 25 for the first range. So you add this one. What is it? 25 plus 5. So you have a 30 already there. So if we use 30, let's see. Now we don't have space, but I did not want to erase that one. So now, if we use 30 kiloliters of water, now we calculate if 30 kiloliters of water, what will be the cost? Now, 30 already, you add 9 plus there, it was your 25. Now you say plus 5, so it's 30. So in this range, what is that range? Range 25 to 30. What is the maximum that it can be charged according to this tariff? The maximum there that can be charged is 5 kiloliter of water. So if you use that one, then you have 5 cost. Your cost is 5 kiloliter times whatever you used. The tariff there, the tariff is 14.95. So what is the cost there? 5 times 14.95. 5 times 95. Then you get 74.75. Then you get 74.75 rand. So now is the maximum that can be charged according to that range. But then if we use 30, already we said if you use 25, you can pay that, and then plus that one. So your cost, if you use 30, you will have, you add 265.02 plus 74.75. So what is the cost? Then you say plus 265.02. Then that is, the cost becomes 339. So it's 339, something. Okay, so this is not important. Now, okay, what do we know? What is this thing, the whole process that I've taken so much time to do, telling us? So now you see, now he will pay, if he uses 30 kiloliters, he is supposed to pay 339 rand. Now he was supposed to pay if he used 30 kiloliters of water. But then what did he pay? He paid 312 rand.86. That means what is the implication of this? This thing is telling you that this guy has used more than 25 kiloliters of water and also less than 30, because the moment he uses 30, the price becomes more than the given one. The given one is 312, That means the range of water that is used here is between 25 to 30, right? But then you cannot calculate 30 because 30 now gets to be more than the given value. So our cost is saying it is between 25 going to 30. We don't know after 25 what is there, right? So now that means the unknown part is between the range 25 to 30 kiloliters of water. But we are very certain that the water that we have here, the kiloliters of water, they are more than 25 kiloliters. That part we are very certain about it. Now, what we are not certain about it is that it's more than 25. Yes, we know it. It's more than 25. How did we know that? Because if you use 25, you only pay 265 rand, and the cost that he paid it was more than 265, but now less than 339. So it's between 25 and 30. We don't know exactly after 25 what is there. So now how do you do it to get it? So to calculate that, please make sure we open space. We don't have enough space here. Now you remember the cost. Now the cost that is given is equals to the first range. Remember we said the maximum there is we are using all the 9. Then you say 9 kiloliter of water. So this is how you calculate 9 kiloliter times the tariff of that one is 9 rand 50 plus per kiloliter rands. Then you have 16 kiloliter times the tariff. The tariff is 11 rand, 22 per kiloliter plus. Now in this section, the one that is between 25 to 30, we don't know what is there, right? So you can say number of kiloliter times the tariff. What is the tariff? So we are looking for the number of kiloliters that are falling in that range between 25 to 30 because we don't know what is there. Times the tariff that is there is 14 rand, 95. Then you have 14,95. In this case, what is the cost that is given? The cost that is given there is 312. So you are given 312.86. Then already we calculated this thing. The first one, you can do it. You will get 265.02. Make sure you do the calculations right, so that I don't get to make a mistake and you carry on with the mistake. Please make sure you prove. Then plus number of kiloliter times 14.95. This is rand per kiloliter. So now what you do, the one which has, you leave the one, the side, the part which has the unknown, you leave it. The one which has no unknown, you transpose to the other side of those ones which have no unknown. So in this case, this first part has no unknown. So you do the math, you transpose this one to that side. When you transpose, that means it becomes a negative. So you subtract, it changes the sign. Here the sign is positive. So when it goes to that side, then you have 312.86 minus 265.02. This is rands, and then you have number of KL times the tariff there is 14 rand 0.95 per kiloliter. Now you do the math. You want to find the number of kiloliters there. Then what is this one? Let's open some space so that our work becomes tidy. So you have 312.86, 312.86, 312.86 minus 265.02. Okay, so that one we get, what do we get? We get 47 rand, 84. So in this case, this side you get 47 rand, what is it? 47 rand, 84, 84 equals to, that side we don't know, number of kiloliter times the tariff. The tariff is 14 rand point 95. So now we are looking for the number of kiloliters. What do? Then you divide with what? 14 rand point 95. 14 rand point 95. Then you divide with 14 rand point 95. So in this case, this 14 rand will move from that side. Then you remain with number of kiloliter. Then that side you have, now that side you have 47 rand point that, and you divide with 14 rand comma 95. 14 rand point 95. 14 rand comma 95. Then what is the answer you are getting? You are getting 3.2. 3.2. That means between the range 25 to 30 there, you have used 3.2 kiloliters of water. So what is the total? The total you add 3.2 plus, already we said from here, you say 9 plus 16 plus 9 plus 16 plus 3.2. Those one will give you, so in that case you got there to be 25. Then what is the answer? The answer, you use your calculator, and then to 3.2 plus 25. Then you get your number of kiloliters of water as 28.2 kiloliters. So you have 28.2 kiloliters. This is the amount of water that you have used. Make sure you verify the answers. You said it's more than 25, but less than 30. Indeed, the final answer is 28. 28 is more than 25 and less than 30. So this is all we had for this video. Now in the next video, we'll be looking at more problems involving tariffs, where you work backwards and forth. So please make sure you watch the next video. Thank you for watching. Keep sharing. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you. Your teacher loves you so much. Chava the scientist. Let's solve with Chava the scientist. Thank you very much.